Hey guys, how you guys doing? Trevor here, Anyongashinika Chalchinesunika. I hope you guys are fine. I hope you guys are good. So today I'm going to talk about severance pay in Korea. You say 퇴직금. In Korea, if you've been working for more than 1 year, and within that 1 year you've been working for more than 15 hours every week, that's like 60 hours every month, you're entitled to a severance pay. The basic estimation is the severance pay is for every 1 year, the severance pay you get is approximately equal to your monthly salary. But it gets deeper than that. I'm going to show you guys. So for example, my monthly salary is $3,000. That's like Sambeng Manon. I've been working for 3 years. Then I'm going to get roughly $9,000. This is really rough estimation. That's like Kubeng Manon. I made a big mistake, and this mistake saw me lose like 30% of my severance pay, 30% of my 퇴직금, which is a really big amount. So I felt really sad about it because it was my mistake. But I decided to just make a video so that no one else working in Korea is going to repeat the same mistake that I did. So I joined this company in 2019. I've been working there for around 4 years and 3 months. And the total number of days I've worked for is 1,550. And for the last 3 months, that is what your severance pay will be based on. The average pay you get for your last 3 months. It doesn't matter what you got when you started the company. They just look at the last 3 months, which is really important in my story. This was my pay for the last 3 months, the basic pay plus allowances. Oh, I'm just giving an example. It's not my actual pay, but yeah, just an example. So if this was my pay for the last 3 months, then for me to calculate the severance pay, I need the average daily salary that I got. And how you calculate this is you take your leave, then you multiply the unused leave days and the last 3 months. So if for example, for one unpaid leave, I'm paid 60,000 won, then this is going to be around, this is going to be 45,000 won. I take that plus the total amount that I got, the total amount of my pay and allowances, and I divided it by the actual number of days I've worked for the last 3 months. That's, in this case, like 90 days. I've been working for 90 days. I have an Excel. This is like on the formula. So if you take that, you're going to have around 81,722. So this is the average daily salary that you're going to get. And then the severance pay is going to be the average daily salary times 30 days. Also like 1 month salary and times total consecutive service, 1,550 over 365. So basically, in a nutshell, it's the average daily salary you get times 30 days, and then you multiply it by the number of years that you've been working. The most important thing is that it's based on the salary of the last 3 months. Let me give a bit of context to my case. So I had been working, I quit. So in my previous company, I had been working there for 4 years and 3 months. So for 4 years, I was working in the office, but then for the last 3 months, I really wanted to go back to Kenya, and I requested the company. So the first thing I told my team leader is I'm emotionally overwhelmed because I hadn't seen my family for like 3 years because of COVID and other things. So I really want to go to Kenya. I just told him I'm going to quit and just go to Kenya. That was initially my first thought. But then since we were in the middle of a project, I told him I can just quit and work as an albaseng, like a part-timer from Kenya remotely. So I talked with him, and he talked with the director, who's like the head of the research lab, and the director talked to me. He suggested that, like, he asked me what my plans are, if I'm planning to stay in Kenya, if I'm going back to Kenya and staying there completely. So I was like, no, I'm not sure. I might go to Kenya, stay for a while, and then come back to Korea. Maybe I might go to Kenya and decide to stay there. And he suggested, since you're not sure, you can work remotely from your country. But then Korea is 6 hours ahead of Kenya. So the contract was structured such that everything was to be scaled down by a ratio of 6/8. That means in Korea I used to work for 8 hours, but in Kenya, because of the time difference, I only worked from 6 to 12. So I just signed a remote work contract and everything was scaled down. I went to Kenya, I stayed for 3 months and I decided to quit. So this is where my stupidity comes in. This is where the mistake comes in. My severance pay was based on the earnings that I got while I was working in Kenya remotely. It's not intuitive. Like, you've been working for all that time, but your pay is based on just the last 3 months. I get it. Like, in Korea, normally your pay increases, so they expect that your last 3 months will have the highest pay. But for me, I signed a remote work contract without quitting my job. In hindsight, without quitting my job, my severance pay is based on what I used to get while I was working in Kenya. So I got my severance pay and I was like, this doesn't feel right. So you can request for 퇴직금 정산, I think. 퇴직금 정산 내역서. So it's like a file which shows you how they calculated the 퇴직금. So immediately I saw that they used the salary that I was earning when I was working remotely in Kenya, which is scaled down, remember, because I'm working for only 6 hours, so everything is scaled down. It was a moment of realization, like, you cannot go back. So I tried searching online. Some lawyer, let me not say lawyers, that because the CEO did not explicitly tell me that the contract would affect my severance pay, my 퇴직금, then I can sue him or something. I called the Ministry of Labor, 고용노동부, and the law does not give any provision for remote work. My biggest mistake was I signed a contract which downgraded my pay. I wasn't thinking about the severance pay at that time. This contract basically came to haunt me. Anyway, this is the end of the video, so I hope you guys learned something. And if you're working in Korea or if you're working anywhere in the world, just try to never downgrade the amount you get in your contract. Like, just try your best, because it's going to affect your severance pay. Peace, and subscribe to this channel, hit the notification bell, and don't miss out on more videos like that.